the people on PMTV Africa.
My name's Chief Comrade Barrister Ifeanyi Williams Agholor. I'm a lawyer by profession and training. I'm the head of chambers of J.K. Agholor and Associates, and the national chairman, Human Rights Restoration Movement, a human rights organization that is founded under the principle of justice, equity, and good conscience, with power no objective to assist the less privileged in our society.
Since the inception of Mr. President, following the removal of fuel subsidy, so what do you have to say about it?
Yes, first and foremost, I want to thank Mr. President for that bold step he has taken for the removal of fuel subsidy. That is a step which President Obasanjo, President Yaradua, President Goodluck Jonathan, President Buhari could not attempt. But his first day, the day of his inauguration, he announced to the nation that fuel subsidy is gone and is gone forever. That was a very bold and gallant step. Now, it is an obvious fact that a few persons has been embezzling the subsidy money. Now, because of that, they have decided to remove the subsidy. But from the fuel consumption, PMES consumption, which has dropped drastically, has shown there was some serious fraud arising from the supply, distribution of the PMES, fuel subsidy and the rest. But now, I'll make bold to say that what the president has done is to close Area A of fraud and open Chapter B for further fraud, which is not right. Now, the money realized from the fuel subsidy is not shared in the three tiers of government: the federal government, the state government, and the local government. The local government and the state government, their allocation has increased tremendously. And the reason behind of sharing this subsidy is for the local government and the state government to take part of this money shared to them and use it to get to the people, buy grains, buy foodstuffs, and share to the people. We are now in the 9th month. How many local government chairmen in the 774 local government we have in Nigeria? But let it be one bag of rice, beans, corn, whatever, and share to the people. None. Then the excess money the state government is getting, how well have they utilized it to the advantage of the masses? None. So it follows that the president closed one chapter of fraud and opened more chapter of another fraud. That is why at every end of the month, the cost of dollar rises, because people who are purchasing the dollar are higher. So the cost is higher. So in earnest, we members of the human rights group, we members of human rights restoration movement, and as a lawyer, I am recommending that the federal government should stop that excess money they are sending to the local government chairman and the state government. A local government chairman in the north resigned that they got as much as 1 billion. That after paying the staff, they will ask them to return the other one to the state governor. So the money is not being utilized for the purpose for which it was sent to the local government chairman and the state. So all these are measures put in place by the president and the federal government in ensuring that this thing gets to the masses. The simple question I am asking now, since they started distributing this money, has it gotten to the masses? The answer is no. So if it's not getting to the masses, Why is Mr. President and the federal government still sending this money to these people to embezzle? Why are they still sending this money? The people are crying. The people are hungry. They are saying the people are hungry. But the money is being sent to the local government and the state government. They keep the money to themselves. Which development is going on in any state now that will justify the amount of money being sent? This time in point, it's not about development. It's about how to get to the people with grains, with rice, so they have something to eat. So I sincerely and strongly recommend to the federal government to stop sending that money to these local government chairmen and the state governors. Let them get their statutory allocation and attend to their states. Set up a committee from federal government to the local government that will be charged with the responsibility of ensuring that rice, beans, other items, Indomie, is shared every month to all persons. Survival before development. As a matter of fact, if it's APC state, whatever that is brought goes to APC people. If it's PDP state, whatever that is brought goes to PDP people. Is that the type of government we're going to be running? So the money is national money that should go down to the people. That is exactly what we are saying.
Is that right?
The federal government should, as a matter of urgency, stop for that allocation to the local government chairman and the state government, because it's not utilized for the purpose for which it is meant.
It's okay. Thank you very much. I would like you to throw more light on this genetic power at Barr.
I feel very, very elated, very, very happy that a Nigerian by name Professor Ifeanyi has broken a world record. What he has done, nobody has done it in the world. And he's a man who was a minister in Nigeria, Minister of Power. They didn't allow him to function. They frustrated him all through. But he did not allow his idea to die. Unlike his spirit of persistence, he ensured that this my dream, this my project will not die. And I also thank the governor of our Abia State, Governor Oti, who is also there to serve the people. What is the allocation of our Abia State compared to that of Delta, Rivers, and others? Nothing. But today, Abia can now celebrate 2 days, 3 days, 1 week, 1 month uninterrupted power supply. And that is only thing that can drive economic development in Nigeria. That's the only thing. So I want to use this opportunity to congratulate Ifeanyi. I want to also congratulate the governor for keying into that project. And I want to appeal to other governors to key into this project. Because I listened to Ifeanyi. He said it will cost about 3 years to complete this project. Don't see it that if I start it, I may not complete it. That has always been the problem of politicians in Nigeria. Who am I going to work for? Start it. Posterity will remember you. Today people still talk of Abacha. When they talk of a mobile network, they remember Abacha. But this thing has been on the pipeline. Before Obasanjo came and said, okay, let's blow it open. So I congratulate Professor Ifeanyi, and I call on other governors in Nigeria to key into that project. I want to also, there's one fundamental area that Nigerians are actually discussing, is the area of state policing. Everybody seems to be saying, let's decentralize the power, let's have state police, let's state police, A, state police, B, state police. Before you start talking of, let's have state police because the people are not functioning, who among them have sat down to find out what is the problem of Nigerian police? Why is it that the police could not function? What is their problem? What is their impediment? Have they been able to look at this area? Even when you create state police, you are still going to transfer the same problem to the state police. To the state, the same problem will be transferred. Now, we have 36 states in Nigeria. The workforce of Nigerian police today is 300, put together 350 personnel, both living and dead, injured in the hospital, 350. Out of these 350, you have like 5,000 or 10 guiding Mr. President. You have another 5,000 guiding the Vice President. Out of these 350, you have like 5,000 or 10 guiding Mr. President. You have another 5,000 guiding the Vice President. Then you have 36 governors. Each of the states have mini police station at their government house. They have no less than 500 to 1,000 policemen that is guiding them. Their houses, their followers, their families, and so on and so forth. 36 governors. No less than 1,000 policemen each. We have 36,000 already. Then we have 360 House of Reps members. None is less than 4 policemen. 360 times 4, you know what it is. You have 109 senators. No less than 4 policemen. Then you have ministers of Federal Republic of Nigeria. No less than 2 police or 3 policemen guiding them, including DSS. Then we have 774 local government chairmen, at least 1 policeman guiding them. Then you now have oil installations in Nigeria with no less than 100 policemen guiding each oil installation. You have multinationals, policemen are guiding them. You have important personalities, policemen are guiding them. General overseers of churches, policemen are guiding them. So when you remove these numbers, how many policemen are left to guide the common man in the streets to ensure that the country is secured? How many policemen are left? That is one. In each of these police stations, how many serviceable vehicles do we have to combat crime? That is okay, there's a robbery in about 5 kilometers away. They have a vehicle that can jump into, there's fuel, they move for rapid response. How many do we have? Then, that apart. How many bulletproof vests do we have that they can wear? Let's go and chase these criminals. At least if the bullet hit them on their leg, hand, at least it will not kill them. How many do we have? Every year, police will budget like 10 billion. But federal government will release 5 or 6 billion. How are they going to work with that? A policeman will retire. It takes him years before he gets the gratuity and pension. So, the same glamour they are doing today is what they did before when we had native police. After they were saying, no, the people are using it to victimize opposition and the rest. It will still come back that they will still victimize the opposition. Definitely to come back. Till today, there are some states in the north that cannot pay the minimum wage. A state that cannot pay minimum wage, how is it going to pay the policeman when he becomes a state police and fund it adequately? How are they going to do it? In Nigeria today, they are not up to 5 or 6 states that is viable of having state police. When you mention Lagos, Kano, maybe Kaduna, Delta, Rivers, Cross River, perhaps Edo, how many again? That can confidently fund a state police, build their barracks, and equip them, and make sure they are there to combat criminals. Go and look around. Some vigilante groups have about 5 healers. Vigilante have 5 healers, bosses, Siena. When the chairman of the vigilante is moving, you think he's commissioner of police. But the DPO and the area commander does not have such. That's a misplacement of priority. And you think you are doing the right thing? They are only equipping this vigilante for the purposes of election. What election can they use them? So those clamoring for state police should have a rethink, because it's not going to work in Nigeria. It's not going to work. First of all, before you think of state police, look at the problem facing Nigerian police. Solve the problem first. After solving the problem, you see whether they can improve or not. Why is it that if Nigerian policemen go on UN peacekeeping, they are the best, but when they come back to Nigeria, nothing to function with? It's a shame. Recently, all I want to also say now, the president has said they want to distribute grains to every state governors for onward distribution to the citizens. My worry is that it can never get to the common man in the streets. As the thing is coming down, the quality and quantity is reducing. By the time it will eventually get, for instance, now get to Ika Northeast, if what left in Asaba is 1,000 bags, by the time you get to Asaba, it becomes 500 bags. And when you get to Owoibu, the next thing you see again is, okay, call our party men. What are those in other parties? Those in APC? What are those in Labour? What are those in AA? What are those in AC? Are they not entitled to it? Why is it that all they have to do is to see that only their party men are benefiting from it? That is not right. And it's unfortunate that Minister of Humanitarian Services messed up herself. If not, that is supposed to be the duty of the minister, to ensure they have committees from Abuja to the state supervise the distribution of these things. In every state, call the market men, call the market women, call the traders, call the artisans, call the party men who have 5,000 grains. The market people who are giving you 100 bags. Artisans, this one, that. But what you hear, they say, okay, set up a committee. Committee from which party? So the fraud will continue. It will continue. So get everybody involved. Everybody, both the Christians and all of the church leaders, bring everybody together. So whoever that gets one module of rice will be happy. As it is now, Mr. President has put a lot of measures in place, but a few persons are benefiting from these measures. People wake up in the morning and say, Tinubu regime. But Tinubu himself has put measures in place, just that the masses are not aware of what he's doing. So the publicity wing of the party and the executive should strengthen their information dissemination, so that the people will know exactly what the Mr. President is doing. Everybody seems to be in the dark, as if nothing is happening. A lot is happening. The other day, thanks to Mr. Chairman of the NDDC, Mr. Barr, they distributed palliatives. Some got rice, some got soap, some got groundnut oil, some got Indomie. So you that got for instance, groundnut oil, you're not going to buy groundnut oil again in another 2, 3, or 1 week again. Yeah. You that got rice will not buy rice again. You that got whatever you got, you are not going to buy it again. Yeah. So we thank the NDTC, and they should continue with that and make sure it gets to everybody, because Nigerians are really hungry. They are hungry because the leaders are making them hungry. If the president brought 2 trailer load of rice to every house member to go and distribute, and they diverted this rice to their own personal use and shared to a few persons, who is to blame? Hope Uzodinma show the warehouse of rice that they should thank Mr. President that he brought it to Imo State. As people are shouting, there is no palliative. Do you see anybody shouting Imo State? Because he made sure it was evenly distributed. So the president should come up and let the media team, let Nigerians know what he is doing and what he has done and what he intends to do. When somebody falls from a bike, it calls Tinubu. He is hungry, it calls Tinubu. But the money is being sent to the local government. The money is being sent to the states. How well are they using this money to the advantage of the masses? We should know who is behind the hunger. The Nigerians should know that the 774 local government chairmen in Nigeria and some governors in the states are responsible for this hunger. Because money is being released every month. Are they utilizing the money to the advantage of the masses? Rather, many of them, every end of the month, the dollar rate goes up. So we call on the president, first, stop the further allocation of money, of this excess money gotten from the removal of subsidy. Stop further distribution to the local government, to the state government. Particularly, a local government chairman in the north resigned. Say, how can I sign that I receive 1 billion only for me to be asked to bring 900,000 or 800,000 to the headquarters? Doesn't make sense. So this adage that says the rich man could not sleep because the poor is awake is at hand now. If they fail to do the right thing, they may see uncontrollable revolution. When it comes, these people who claim to be the rich people, who claim to be the leaders, inflicting punishment, inflicting hardship on the masses, shall get a full dose of what they have done to the people.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. This is PMTV Africa, Governance and the People, and I am your host, Ashe Chikuma. See you same time, same station.